Hello and welcome to Aging is for Everyone. I'm Laura Mondello and I'm your host for the show. How are you doing on your New Year's resolutions? Like many people, maybe you made one to exercise a little bit more. Well, if you're having a hard time doing that, this show is great for you because we're talking all about exercise, specifically places and things that seniors can do to get that exercise resolution done. I'm happy to welcome Marla Walker, who is with the Southtowns YMCA, and she's here to help you make exercise a part of your life. Welcome, Marla.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. Seniors, maybe they haven't exercised in a while. What types of exercises would you say are really good for seniors?
Some of the exercises when you're first starting out, maybe you haven't exercised for a while, you want to start out slow. Basic exercises, you want to get the body warmed up using large muscle groups, legs, arms, and then stretching, and then you can get into the actual core part of the exercise. The nice thing with working with seniors at the YMCA, we have a program where we're using the chair as the base, and you can do many of those exercises from a sitting position, and you don't have to be having a large space. You can utilize that space, and depending on the ability and mobility of the senior, that chair can be that assistance and still get a really good benefit exercises from it.
So maybe for somebody who is has some limitations,
Yes.
maybe somebody who's got some arthritis, or maybe they've had a hip replacement a while back, they've got some pain.
Yeah.
Are those the type of exercises you would maybe start them with?
Absolutely, absolutely. And the nice thing with the exercises that we offer, you can do the exercises sitting, or you can do the exercises standing. And when we're teaching the classes, we give the people the options. We have many people that come into the class that maybe have a cane. We've had many that are in wheelchairs, and they're still able to do those exercises. But then we also give alternatives to folks that are maybe a little more able and capable. So we may have 50 people in the class, very diverse group from not only the age, but also the ability. And so we adjust to those exercises based on their abilities, and you can make those changes as the class goes on, but you can also do those exercises at home, which is also a nice option. Maybe the weather's bad and you're not able to get to the exercise class that day, you can still do those exercises at home. But many of the participants that are in the classes are recovering from surgeries. They're leading up to a surgery, and they want to gain that strength and that mobility. And we focus on range of motion, strengthening the muscles, but then also strengthening the heart as well.
Right, great. Now, I know that there's a lot of older adults that like to walk, and they do walking, and that's their exercise.
Yes.
But what would you say to those walkers? Walking's great, don't stop, but what else should they maybe be thinking about?
Yeah, one of the commonalities is walking. It is strengthening the heart as well as the legs, but the one thing that we lose as we age is our upper body strength. And one of the things that we're encouraging folks when they're coming to the Y and then when they leave is your lifestyle. And you're wanting to not lose those common day things, whether it's playing with your grandkids or going out bowling or golfing and all those fun things that we enjoy doing. You lose some of that mobility in the upper body, and so you want to strengthen the upper body, not just the lower body. And just as simple as reaching up into the cabinet, we lose the range of motion in the shoulders, we lose the strength in the upper body. And so by doing the exercises, not just the walking, but the mixture of weights. Also, we use exercise bands, and again, they're all variable resistances, so that you can make the change based on your strength and based on your height. But the upper body, really, you're not going to get that by just doing the walking piece of it. So you want a component that has both the cardiovascular piece, but also the strengthening piece as well.
So basically, it's important to just have a variety, not just to do one thing.
Yes.
Now, do you do anything with flexibility and?
Yes, in fact, the classes that we offer, not only are we warming up, as I mentioned before, but one of the key parts to that is the stretching part of it. And some of the stretches that we actually do, for example, is we're sitting in the chair, we're leaning forward, and we're reaching down and stretching. And one of the things that I've discovered in being around the seniors, just a simple activity of tying your shoe.
Right.
Getting down and getting your boot on. So we'll do exercises reaching down to specifically stretch those muscles so that the next time you're putting on your shoe, pulling on your boot, it's a little bit easier. And so you're doing that prior to leading up to the exercises, but also at the end of the exercise class, we're doing those same stretches for that range of motion and flexibility.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. Now, as far as like people who come to the classes, what are the most popular cat classes, would you think, for the older adults?
The silver sneakers classes that we offer at the YMCA, we at the Southtowns Family YMCA, we actually offer 25 different classes in a week span. So we have a wide variety. The most popular and the place that what I would recommend for a senior coming in is the muscular strength and range of motion class. It's a long description, but it hits on the core of the class. You're working on that range of motion, you're working on the flexibility, you're also working on the strength. And it hits such a variety of seniors. From the young senior coming in who's very active, they get a really good workout because of the variables that we have with the weights and the exercise tubes and the option of sitting versus standing. And we have many that choose either one, or they might start standing and then work their way sitting, throughout the class, depending on how they're feeling.
Yeah.
So that would be the class that I would recommend someone coming in, and that can be a fit senior. That can also be the person that's just starting out.
Great, great. Now, as far as because people are getting together, I mean, there's a lot of talk about loneliness and how being lonely can actually affect your memory and dementia. And I mean, this must be, you have classes of how many people usually, and there must be some social benefits to that as well.
There totally is, and there's so many people that have lost their spouses, and they're looking for a place. And the neat thing is the exercise is important, but the social aspect is just as important. And there's so many seniors that come there and not only meet new friends, meet old friends, and they reconnect with folks that maybe they haven't seen for a really long time. And many of our seniors, after their exercise class, they'll go out and they'll have coffee together, and they'll create and refurbish those friendships. We at the YMCA have many social events beyond just the exercise. We have dinners, socials. We just had a Christmas party with over 200 seniors that came to the Y. So the social aspect is key.
Great.
And it gets people out and about.
Sounds like you've got a lot of great stuff going on there at the Y. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back with more Aging is for Everyone.